Right, so Fate Breaker, a champion's retrospective, right? As you guys could clearly tell, could clearly see in the title, in the title. It is gonna be a retrospective of my champions meeting up to this point.
Scarlet no Vodka Spe やっておしまい。はい、ゴールドシップさん。
Right, let me switch over to the Yap dollar real quick. Wait, how come I can? Oh, there we go. Yep, I'm just gonna be yapping for a while now. Okay, champions meeting, right? It's an event in Umamusume that happens like twice a month. It is an event that already happened in the Japanese. Us in the global server, we have the merit of having the Japanese players already experiencing the champions meeting beforehand and passing down the wisdom they have acquired from experiencing it. But thing is, past Leo Cup, the 4th champion meeting, global has a entirely unique and different meta than to the Japanese, since Guts was updated, Nimble Navigator was updated, some uniques are more usable now, yada yada yada, right? So I'm gonna talk about how my preparation was going into the champions meeting, how I was mentally, how what happened in the champions meeting, what the result was like, things like that, right? My god, this is my second take. If you guys feel like I'm not very natural sounding, it's because it is not natural. I'm trying to remember what I said previously, so it's kind of bad. Fuck it. Taurus Cup, my virgin race, my first champions meeting. I've never intended on even competing on the champions meeting. First round, I fuck around. I use whatever the fuck I want. I use Rice Shower, Gold Ship, and Agnes Tachyon. And out of all three, Gold Ship was the one putting in the most result, and I realized that the reason why my Rice Shower and Agnes Tachyon was dying is because of Nice Natures and Grass Wonder, and so I adopt the strategy, and in the second round I got lucky and won 3 races and got into the Grade B finals, right? I got into the Grade B finals and surprisingly enough almost won. Do you want to know why I almost won? Do you want to know why the reason I lost? I lost because this gold ship was not the gold ship I got into the finals with. I switched it out with another gold ship that doesn't have a body and mind, an in-body and mind. In-body and mind is not as useful as it is now after the update, but it was still good. It was still good for the circumstance I lost him. Do you want to know how I lost? You see, first of all, I got a late start. My gold ship got a late start. My Nice Nature was way too up in the front, and so was my Grass Wonder. Not only that, neither my Nice Nature nor my Grass Wonder activated their gold debuff skill. And what happened was, my gold ship, not this one, I switched it out, remember? My gold ship accelerated up to the front with another gold ship, a fucking Wales gold ship, mind you, a Wales gold ship, neck to neck, and I lost by a nose. I don't have the screenshot, I don't have the fucking recording. I lost by a nose on my first champions meeting, being a free-to-play, yada yada yada, all that. No skills, no experience. I lost by a neck. I mean, given it is the B grade, but still, right? Almost won. There's a lot of things, I just don't know. I was inexperienced. I was stricken by bad luck, and you know, I lost. And then the second CM, the Gemini Cup, touted to be the hardest champion meeting, even harder than it was in the Japanese version, because now we have, you know, the retrospect from the people who had already known it and whatnot. And I won. Not a small victory either. I won by 8 lengths. The photo is buried right now, but I did win by 8 lengths. I won by 8 fucking lengths. And do you know what was even more amazing? My gold ship had both a late start and a rushed status effect. And I still fucking won. If I hadn't got rushed, I would have had a distance win. My gold ship, I mean, given the finals, I was kind of lucky, right? I was kind of lucky. I was kind of on the luckier side, matchup wise. But I still faced a whale, and in the second round, I faced a lot of whales that, you know, are running better gold ships than mine, and I won. Mind you, this gold ship, this I don't know meta and shit, right? This gold ship is just meant to survive. I didn't give her fucking straightaway spirit. I didn't give her goddamn red shift or nothing. No, let's pump some iron. Just healing abilities. And as you can see, this is my support card, and I fucking won. This is my support card. My support cards was so bad, I don't even have a limit break on my Symbole Rudolph support cards, which I had to use to make my debuffers here, which are the real hero, right? Because my air groove, right? My air groove in a long CM would take the front, and in the late race, while also fucking debuffing everyone, and then debuffing their vision in the late race, making it so that they couldn't move to the side as well. And when she falls, when her speed falls, she squeezes the crowd, and my nice nature would fuck them all up with the all-seeing eyes. I mean, the mystifying murmur is not useful because it is a long CM, but still, fuck them all up with the all-seeing eyes. And my gold ship would go around them and fuck them up and get a fucking distance win, right? I mean, yeah, I've had several distance win. I have several 5 wins games. I didn't even screenshot them. And what I hate, right? And this is why it proves, right? What it proves is that debuffers are useful. What it proves to me, I mean, the first CM, my maiden CM, showed me that yes, debuffer is the key. My second CM, my win, despite the same misfortune that had struck me before, it's shown that debuffers is key to one's victory, because then you could secure your victory, because you could have your way better. And then moving on to our third CM, the Cancer Cup. I unfortunately didn't win Cancer Cup, but I almost did. My other Uma that I ran for Cancer Cup was a nice nature that is a semi-ace. I didn't have the screenshot. I don't have the screenshot right now because I'm too lazy to look for it, to be honest. But this goddamn Grass Wanderer is so amazing that I even almost used her in Virgo Cups because he's still killing it. This Bakushin is very useful, alright? So, the reason why I lost Cancer Cup is mainly because of Maruzensky. Going into Cancer Cup, right? Seiun Sky was just out, heralding the age of frontrunners, as they say. And so, I grinded the ever-living shit out of Maruzensky. As everyone that knows me, my girlfriend, my cousin, they'll know how much I hate Maruzensky now. Because despite the time I had put into her, I don't get a single one that is good. Right? Because Maruzensky is not useful for the CM. is what I didn't know. And what I also don't know is that that frontrunners are utterly fucking disgustingly useless, at least until the update that had given the groundwork onto what's her face, Smart Falcon, right? They require too much infection of time, and I didn't know at the time that Maruzensky had the worst affinity for patterns, right? So that contributes to the fact that I didn't get fucking any groundwork. I didn't even know that we needed groundwork at first, right? So I just tried to evaluate shit out of them, and I ran out of orange files. I still don't have orange files nowadays because of this run. And thing is, when I had realized that frontrunners is not gonna work and switched over to a late surger, I don't have much time. So my blocker, my Bakushin, that is a blocker, which I thought was not gonna be very useful because I thought it's gonna be just as hard to find a groundwork. Turns out you don't really need groundwork. As you can see, this Bakushin I got doesn't have groundwork. It does need groundwork though, because there are some times that it couldn't block the enemy. And whenever I could block the enemy, it's like the Gemini Cup of 50-50 on whether I win or not, whether my Grass Wander gets stuck or not, or maybe sometimes my nice nature would fucking lock in and go in there. But that's the thing. In the finals, the person who won had 3 aces, 2 fronts, and a late surger. I'm pretty sure the late surger he had was say oh wait, you could see them. You could see them. The winner is that one, the one underneath. He ran a Smart Falcon, a Seiyun Sky, and a Grass Wander. His Grass Wander was shit. His Grass Wander didn't do fucking shit. So my Bakushin, being that she doesn't have groundwork, couldn't get first, but she was in second because she has the most innate acceleration, right? She was in second, and when she intended to fight the Seiyun Sky to get first to block them, Smart Falcon, being the true king of that CM, the true unblockable king from that CM, used her position keeping unique and killed my Bakushin, securing second place, hence securing the Seiyun Sky's first place. So my Bakushin is now unable to block. I was like in despair because now I know for sure that there's no chance I could win. Because even though my Grass Wander is a monster for the time, I couldn't catch up to a Seiyun Sky in that CM. The CM where Seiyun Sky is unique is in the perfect position, right? So what happened was my Grass Wander ended up passing everyone but the Seiyun Sky, and I lost, getting second place. What I learned from this CM, from Cancer Cup, is that preparation is needed and racetrack analysis is needed. Although my pursuit in trying to find a good Maruzensky pattern does fruit, Maruzensky ace does bear fruit in the form of several Maruzensky patterns that I have now, which is really good. I mean, this is not all, by the way. I have like 30 more that I have already transferred when I took this screenshot. Right now, there's even less because I transferred them away due to hatred, mostly. By the way, right, I prioritize the audio experience, but thing is, I just couldn't keep burying myself in my blanket whenever I record videos because that killed me eventually. It asphyxiates me. And I'm not one against asphyxiation, it's just that I don't like having it be inflicted onto me. I like having it, inflicting it onto others, however. I'm recording this audio on my phone, and then I'm just gonna edit it together later with the video, along with the video, right? Let's see if that works. If the video is out, I guess it did work, because I do have quite a bit of a standard for this. Right, next CM. Leo Cup. The CM that gave me the title of Fate Breaker. This is why I call myself Fate Breaker. As you can see here, this is my winning rice shower. The rice shower that won Takarazuka Kinen. The real life rice shower died in. With a 17% win rate, I won. Do you wanna know what happened during the CM, right? So going into the CM, I had no intent to win. As you can see, my gold ship is kinda shit. I don't even think this is the gold ship I'd use for the CM, but I think it's kinda similar. Going into the CM, right? This is still in the URA finals, mind you. And Rai Shower was still yet to be buffed. Her unique is still, once in a blue moon type of shit, right? So going into the Leo Cup, I had no intent to win. I was like, I'm gonna win the Libra Cup. That's the goal. I even told my mom about it. Leo Cup, I'm not gonna try as hard, but Libra Cup is gonna be mine. That's the long CM I'm gonna have Rice Shower win in, because I want to at least have Rice Shower win one. But look at this shit. The strongest Umamusume in that CM is Summer Maruzensky, right? Because there's a shit ton of fucking front running potential there, and it's just all what you call it? The thing, upward. There's a lot of not slope. Slope is reverse, the inverse of slope. When you go up instead of down. But bro, how could I forget this? Right, it's just that, just that. It's that. It's like going in the second round, I just couldn't fucking get in, right? I just couldn't get any wins, and I was like, at that point, I told my cousin, I'm not gonna win this CM. Win it for me. Win this CM for me, right? Win Leo Cup for me. And I was told that Symbol Rudolph could be made into a good blocker. I just didn't believe him, right? Because thing is, I don't have the cards to make them to give her groundwork, and the time either. And thing is, during the time that Smart Falcon being a front runner blocker was not a thing yet. It wasn't a thing yet, right? It wasn't a thing yet. But then it did. But then I did it, and it worked. And then I got in. I almost didn't even qualify for the grade A final. I was so fucking insanely happy when it happened. I was so insanely happy. And the day of the finals, I watched the final with my girlfriend. I was so sure I was to lose, because my Symbol Rudolph failed to block, if I remember correctly. And the video is up on my channel if you guys want to see. My Symbol Rudolph failed to block, and my Rush Shower got rushed. Being rushed is not a good thing in this CM, because you want to proc your, shooting for victory as a pace chaser. You want to be in third, right? So I proc Redshift, if I remember correctly, going into late race. I proc Redshift, but then because I got rushed, right? I was in first at first, but then I think it was the Maruzensky or the gold ship. They start to approach, and my Rice Shower, I see her drop to second place, but then she procced Blue Rose Closer. It was so hype. She procced Blue Rose Closer, spurred back again, got first, almost got crossed. I thought she was gonna get crossed by the fucking gold ship, by the enemy's gold ship. But the gold ship, her speed cap was not that high, right? She capped at second place, and I won first place. Look at this. Not even a length of distance. 3/4 of a length. She stopped there. The video, you guys could see the video yourself. It's up on my channel. Right. That's why I call myself Fate Breaker, because I broke the fate of Raishawa's death in the Champions meeting. But this CM Leo Cup is the beginning of the end for me, believe it or not. Now on to the next CM, the 5th CM, Virgo Cup, what is touted to be the best CM for Rush Hour, right? It was a good CM for Rush Hour, but do you know for whom it is better for? It is better for Taiki Shuttle, and there is nothing you could do against Taiki Shuttle. You couldn't block Taiki Shuttle. You couldn't do shit to Taiki Shuttle, right? Because he's a pace chaser. He's just pace chasing. I guess you could load the lobby up with fronts and have her fan out. But, you know, as I've told, I'm not a good frontrunner player. I tried making Silent Shuzuka, but at the time I had not the confidence to make her into a front to an Onigi. I thought she'd need so much more stamina. I found out that you don't actually need that much stamina in the next CM, but you know, it's past. Like Leo Cup, I almost didn't qualify. But then I made this Vodka. I initially used a blocking, what you call her? Bakushin, right? I had Bakushin be a blocker because, you know, Summer Maruzensky was still a problem. But Summer Maruzensky dead doesn't really inspire much confidence in myself, because as you guys can see, my Grass Wanderer doesn't have much mid-game skills. Despite having it work back then, it doesn't really work nowadays, right? And Taiki Shuttle is unkillable. Even with my Rush Hour being pretty good, I couldn't really do much, right? In the second round, I keep not getting a third win, but then I subbed this Vodka in, and this Vodka had a 50% win rate. I made her in a jiffy. I don't even do shit. I don't think I even borrowed anyone. I don't even borrow from anyone. I think this is my own creation, if I remember correctly. And she killed it. She started killing it, right? Because I think it's because she got Telltale Eye. Most of all, she started fucking killing them all, right? But thing is, in the finals, this Vodka, she got blocked, I think. I remember. And my Rush Hour, it was up to my Rush Hour. My Rush Hour didn't get Lucky Pacer. The person who got Lucky Pacer was Taiki Shuttle. I was glad that Taiki Shuttle got Lucky Pacer, actually, because then she wouldn't be able to proc her ability, right? But thing is, even though my Rush Hour's acceleration and target speed was greater, target speed is actually kind of the same. My Rush Hour's acceleration was better than the Taiki Shuttle's because of the nature the CM was in, right? Because when there's a no pass zone right at the spurt, if you guys know, so you couldn't really fan out. At the end, you're like forced to hug the railing. So what happened was my Rush Hour was blocked by the Taiki Shuttle despite being faster, and a little bit faster. So she had to like move to the side first, then pass her. She doesn't even have the chance to move to the side because, you know, the CM was already over. Had the CM been a little bit longer, she would have won. But it is what it is. I lost Virgo Cup, but I still got second, and I almost won. You know, I still got closure. The next one, however, as you guys can see from the lack of screenshots, I am very mad about this one. I had a 60% win rate. You know, going into this, I was confident, right? Because I am sure, you know, long CMs ain't shit to me, right? I was so sure. My Russia was pretty good. I mean, I figured later that it could be a little bit better, but as you guys can see here, my goal ship is amazing. I mean, it could have been more amazing. I learned later on too, but that too. My goal ship was pretty good. My Manhattan Cafe was also pretty good. She was a end closer. I made her an end closer. She could have been better, mind you, I admit. But I had a 60% win rate in that CM in Libra Cup. I got into the finals quite easily. My first round in the second round, my first game in the second round, I immediately got in, right? But the finals, right? The finals, I was up against people who all had their fucking stamina only up to 750. They only have 750 stamina with 2 stamina heals. If I had stuck to the philosophy I used to have, being that blocker, I mean debuffer is above everything, instead of running a full ace team, I would have won. If I had just put one nice nature, I would have won. I would have won that shit. But I didn't. I got sniped by a fucking Narita Brian with 750 stamina. And another Manhattan Cafe. My gold ship and my Manhattan Cafe decided not to proc fucking straightaway spurt. I mean, because their width is kind of low. My Raishawa tried her best, but she could only do so much, being a survivor, really. Because her ult right now doesn't have the speed boost upgrade thing. The velocity, mid-range velocity thing, right? Whatever. No, it's not whatever, actually. I was genuinely depressed over losing Libra Cup. I was like, if I am not a long champions meeting master, then what am I? I thought to myself, what am I then? So, KKN started. I've talked about KKN a lot. I mean, if you're a foreigner and you don't know what KKN is, I'm pretty much in hell. I'm pretty much in hell, and there's not much time I have to like play the game and shit. But I won Scorpio Cup without effort. As you guys can see, this Maruzensky is not the best thing in the world, right? This Maruzensky is not the best thing in the world. But because Smart Falcon support card is a thing now and I could borrow it, she is the best glass cannon. Like, if she got hit by a nice nature, she would die before even finishing the game. And I want people to realize how much this nice nature is useful to me, because no end closer and late surger could win because of her existence. And people who doesn't anticipate it. My Silent Shuzuka, right? My Silent Shuzuka has a 20% win rate. That is because every time she comes across another Shuzuka, she would die. But in games that other Shuzukas doesn't exist, she has a 50-50 chance of winning whether she proc her groundwork or not, right? Because her weight is pretty low. I don't make her have that much weight, but she has a lot of power. You guys can see that. And my Maruzensky, I didn't even fucking give too much thought about this CM. I thought I was just gonna lose again. I'm just gonna wait for the next long CM and win that one. I thought to myself, but I won this. I built this Maruzensky like I would a pace chaser almost. I gave her shooting for victory because I know that my number one would be my runaway Silent Shuzuka, my Onige. And I gave her a lot, as you can see, a lot of corner skills. I didn't even do it like intentionally, but that ended up being the skill, the strategy to win, right? Because if you guys don't know, in this CM, once again, racetrack evaluation, Maruzensky is the only Uma to be able to use her unique in the CM, in the track, because only her original version is long enough to actually be useful. And because Shuzuka was running fast, my Maruzensky was determined to catch up. And catch up did she. A lot of times. She catched up a lot of times. It's either she catch up or she doesn't. And if she doesn't, I still win because that's my Shuzuka. I ended up winning with a distance win compared to other people, right? Because my Shuzuka was, I think, 4 lengths in front of the Maruzensky, and the Maruzensky was 8 lengths from the 3rd place, right? That's how fast I was going in the Scorpio Cup. And I didn't even fucking give it much thought. It's not even hard to grind these fucking people. They have a lot of speed scaling, so there's not much thought that you have to get into it. I mean, I was busy running my programs during KKN, and I could shit the shit out easy. You know. And this is further solidifying my title of Fate Breaker, because Silent Shuzuka dies in this Autumn Tenno show, unfortunately, and I gave her the win in the Autumn Tenno show CM. So now I am a Tenno victory, Tenno Emperor. I don't remember the title. I won both the Spring Tenno show and the Autumn Tenno show. I know I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest alive. I also won 1 Grand Prix, being the Takarazuka Kinen. So I thought to myself, you know what? I am winning the Kikasho for Rice Shower. And I didn't. I fucking didn't. And it's not even my fault. This was perfect. It's just another coincidence. It's not really fully just RNG again. But in this CM, I was almost as dominant as I was in the Gemini Cup, right? I was almost as dominant as I was in the Gemini Cup. And yet I lost again. To whom, you might ask? I lost to an Oguri Cup, a Christmas Oguri Cup, with groundwork, ensuring that she got lucky pacer. So I made my rice shower have what you call it, angling and scheming. So whenever she get lucky pacer, she would win. My Manhattan Cafe has maxed power, max speed. Lagi nge-record video, bentar. Pardon the interruption, my girlfriend was calling. My has max power, max speed, and I have her at 500 width or something. I remember. My goal ship was also the same. So they're basically they both look like this, but for Manhattan Cafe, she was a light surgery instead. But yeah, thing is, I only gave them one healing skill, one gold healing skill. And the thing is, they only have like 900 staminas and 1 gold healing skills. Except for Rice Shower. Rice Shower has her ult. So what ended up happening was this nice nature right here killed me. This nice nature killed me so that my backliners, they couldn't spurt till the end to their fullest potential. And my Rice Shower couldn't win against a fucking Oguri Cap Christmas Oguri Cap that has groundwork. So what ended up happening was I almost got second, but then this Manhattan Cafe nicked me, and she won first. She won second place, and I got third. What I learned from that is I should not be a dumbass and prepare better. I have to study my skills better. I have to study my staminas better, and I have to I feel like I could blame luck on this because truly it was unlucky. As you guys can see what my Umas are capable of. This is 60% win rate team, which is really good, but I still lost. It is unlucky, but it's like there is also things I could have done despite being unlucky, right? Yeah, you get me. Capricorn Cup, I don't give a shit about this CM. I almost won. I got second, losing by a nose, but I didn't give a shit about this CM. I lost another long CM, so I was like kind of depressed at the time. But it's like, I could just shit out the fucking runners for this. I ran Air Groove, El Condor Pasa, and Sakura Bakushin. They were all pretty good, but it's like I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit because it's so weird. The CM is like just gambling. There is no strategy. You just feed them corner skills to have them corner skills, and prepare to pass. Pizza is also a corner skill, by the way. To like have them have carryover speed for the final spurt and give them straight accelerations so they could win that shit. And sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. Head on and whatnot. They proc, and sometimes they don't. And it's just unexciting. It's the thing. It's just gambling. I almost won. I didn't even screenshot the goddamn result, being how not giving a fuck I was about it. I'm still depressed over this. But Aquarius Cup, I am confident in at least being competitive this year. I am running Agnes Digital, which I believe is a shadow S tier, like how Crash Wonder was a shadow S tier in Cancer Cup. This is like a repeat CM of Cancer Cup, but in dirt. And I am running a good silent Shuzuka, so that right now, despite how strong Smart Falcon is supposedly going to be, she's not winning at all. I'm done with the first day of first round, and what I realized right now is my weakness is, sometimes my Shuzuka might fuck up and die, and whenever that happens, I die too. And when she doesn't fuck up, there are a chance that I could lose to a front-running El Condor Pasa because she only needs to be in second place, right? So I'm currently running Agnes Digital, Shuzuka, and an N closer Haru Urara. Unfortunately, the Haru Urara haven't shown any result, and I was really only running her for an Oshi. I also considered using a Christmas Augury. I tried all strategies with Christmas Augury. I tried her as a pace chaser, I tried her as a lace surger, I tried her as a front runner. It's just that none of them really click for me, right? Especially the front runner, because front running Augury really wants herself to be the number one front runner, but I feel like I much prefer having the security of killing Smart Falcon with Shuzuka than I do with a chance of victory with a subpar Augury for this CM. I don't have the base Augury, you see. So what I'm planning to do later, later tonight, I'm gonna make a front-running El Condor Pasa, so that I could fight other people's El Condor Pasa, and might even win myself with El Condor Pasa, replacing my Haru Urara. Unfortunately, the Haru Urara is pretty bad. My Agnes Digital, however, she is killing it, bro. She is goddamn killing it. Forward march. The dirt movement late race skill is fucking amazing. And people don't realize it. Some people that's running Agnes Digital, they don't even buy that skill. They don't realize how fucking useful that skill is. yeah, I'm gonna come back to you guys later with the results. But thank you for listening. As I've said, I'll be coming back, and I love you.